to wear my glasses right now. I'm just taking a bit of an editing break. We've made ourselves a cup of tea and our cute little cherry and hot mug, which I painted myself. She's not perfect, but she's cute. And then I've also got myself some sweet treats because, I don't know, for some reason, I think especially since the weather is getting colder and it's fall now, or autumn and winter is approaching, and today especially it is currently raining outside. It's really cold, but it's giving nice cozy vibes. I've just gotten into this tradition that when it hits around 10 o'clock I take a break from my writing or my editing, and then I make myself a cup of tea with like cookies or whatever's in the house. I really want to go and get rusks, but I think I'll finish the cookies that we already have first. Then I'm gonna go and buy myself some rusks for tea time. I have to be honest, when I woke up this morning I did not plan on filming. In fact, up until very recently this morning I did not plan on filming or having a productive day because I just was not feeling it at all. I'm not really 100% feeling it still, but I also figure, you know, this doesn't have to be like a curated piece of art, you know, it can just be us hanging out, talking about writing and books and just chilling together like we're friends on FaceTime, you know what I mean? So let me catch you up on a couple of things. First of all, if you're new here, hi, my name is Leané. I'm a romantasy and historical fiction author, and my romantasy book series called the Twisted Crown Trilogy is currently in the midst of being published. Well, the first two books are out. I'm currently working on book 3, which is coming out in June of this year, which is crazy to think about because I'm still working on developmental edits and trying not to panic because I don't know if I'm gonna make my deadline. I'm currently on chapter 22 of 53, which is, it's a lot of chapters. It's the longest book I've ever written. The manuscript is currently at 98,000 words, which I know is not that many words for a romantasy, but it's the longest book that I've ever written. And yeah, we're almost at 100,000 words, which is something that I've never done before. So that's quite exciting. I don't think we'll hit 100,000 words today. I have one scene with another paper. I have one scene that I'm making longer in chapter 22, and then I'm also adding like a filler chapter to chapter 23. So who knows, I'm not 100% confident that we'll hit 100,000 words today, but maybe within the next few days, if not today. So that's what we're currently working on. All of the links to the first book and the second book and my other books and everything will be in the description. What else? Oh, also very exciting, my physical copies of Crown of Hearts is almost on the way. Well, like, it's on the way, it's at the airport, it's supposed to get on a plane hopefully within the next 24 hours so that it can be delivered, because I have been waiting for this book for a month now. So I'm really excited. We might even get to open the physical copies of Crown of Hearts in this video, which would be great. So fingers crossed. Let's hope that that box of books gets on a plane today, and then hopefully it can be delivered within the next few days. But yeah, I think those are all the updates. That's currently what's going on. We're just having a semi-relaxed morning editing session. I wish I could get done with chapter 23 before I have to leave for work, but I just feel like that's not happening. So I'm thinking that maybe we will finish that after work this evening. So I just got back from work. It is now, I lied. I didn't just get back from work. I got back from work about 30 minutes ago, and then I had dinner, and now we still have another chapter left before I can properly wind down for the evening. And when I tell you that I do not feel like editing another chapter, I really mean it, but it is what it is. We've got to finish chapter 23. That is our goal for the day. Basically, chapter 23 needs like a filler scene because the main characters are about to embark on like a very important mission, but there isn't really a scene where they like plan this mission and how everything is going to take place. So basically this chapter just needs a little bit more context. And yeah, I think I'm also going to add a bit of a sweet scene between the two main characters, like a nice little cute little bonding moment. I don't really know yet. We'll see what we're gonna do. I'm definitely gonna sit in my bed and edit because I am too tired for this. I am too tired. I am unmotivated. I think we should also light some candles, and I'm gonna put some cozy like ambiance something on my TV. So let's finish chapter 23. It's now 32 past 10 and I've just been having the most relaxed morning ever. I didn't go to the gym this morning because I'm going for a run after work, so I stayed in bed a little bit later. I got some reading done, I watched some YouTube. It was honestly so nice and relaxing, but we were also productive. I went through all of my emails, I sent out some important emails that I needed to get done, and then we've also been obviously working on the manuscript. So we are currently at chapter 30. My goal for today is to finish chapter 31. So basically I needed to make chapter 29 a little bit longer. I actually think there's 1 or 2 sentences that I might still add. But the main thing, or one of the big changes that we've made, is switching around chapter 30 and chapter 31, because chapter 29 is from Kai's perspective and it's like a really intense chapter, if not one of the most intense chapters in the entire book. And then chapter 30 switched to another character's perspective who's not even in the same kingdom, and it's just a completely different vibe. Basically my editor suggested that it feels a little bit jarring, like jumping from such an intense scene to like a completely different atmosphere. And then chapter 31 was in Kai's perspective again, so now we've just switched around chapter 30 and chapter 31. And then I think there are a few changes that I need to make to the new chapter 30, which is now Kai's perspective. It's just a few changes within the dialogue and so forth. And then one little thing that I need to add, basically there's some tension between our two main characters in chapter 30, which we are removing and just changing that dynamic a little bit. And then for chapter 31, which is from our other character's perspective, there's not too many changes that we need to make as far as I know. Honestly, it's only one thing that we kind of need to confirm, and that's the ages of the characters, because we have a little bit of an accidental age gap going on between 2 of the characters, which is not going to fit super well. I had a document somewhere with all the characters' ages, and now I cannot find it for the life of me. So I'm gonna have to like redraft the characters' ages and just make sure that all of the relationships have like a good age gap that fits those characters specifically. So that's what I am going to work on now. I don't think I'm gonna finish all of it before I go to work because there's still a couple of other things that I want to do. So I might try and finish the new chapter 30, or at least get like a good dent in it, and then I'll try and finish chapter 31 after work this evening. So that is the first thing on our to-do list. What else do we have to do? I still kind of want to journal a little bit. It's obviously not a top priority, it's just something that I enjoy doing and that I find kind of relaxing. So if we don't get to that, it's not the end of the world. I also want to go on a smoothie run because I want to go and get a peanut butter smoothie, and then I kind of want to maybe, I don't really have time to browse around in stores. I don't have time to go shopping, but I want to look at one or two things that I might want to get. I don't know. I feel like I need to set aside a whole day for shopping. Maybe I'll do it somewhere next week. And then also I have a couple of things that I want to do for Instagram. It's almost 20 to 11. I think I'm gonna work until 11 and then we can head out on our little smoothie errand basically. We are back from a little smoothie run. I did actually browse around for maybe like 10-15 minutes, and there were some really nice things that I really wanted to purchase. So I'm considering maybe we'll do a little bit of a shopping trip this weekend. Anyways, I almost have to make lunch and start getting ready for work, but I just quickly want to see if I can edit a video or two for Instagram Reels. And yeah, okay, so I was busy making lunch, and I don't know if I told you this, but I got a notification that my books, which is Crown of Hearts, is out for delivery today. Oh, I'm out of breath, and I just got a call. It's being delivered and I'm so excited. This is honestly the most welcome surprise. I've been waiting for these books for a month. And the thing is, like, when my new copies of the Crown of Hearts came, if the counterfeits came, like, obviously they're gorgeous, and ever since they've been reprinted they look so stunning. I was so excited to see them, but because it was being republished, I've seen the book in print before, whereas for Crown of Hearts I've never seen the book in print. Like, the only format I've ever seen this book in is on my laptop screen, and I honestly personally think that this cover might be my favorite of the entire series. I'm literally so excited for this. There's a lot of paper. Okay, I can only see the back. Oh my goodness. Stop. Oh wow, stop. They're so gorgeous. I love the red covers. They're honestly my favorite. Like, how beautiful is this? That's crazy. We've got our title page, and then the dedication, the copyright. We've got our new map. Just in case you haven't noticed, there is a new map in this book, and it's quite relevant and important. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this book in print. How many pages is it? I don't even know. It's 324, but it feels so like heavy. And then we've got our acknowledgements. My favorite part about my books, and this is just a reader preference thing, but it's the fact that it's a floppy paper bag. If you know, you know, nothing hits like a floppy paper bag, and the fact that these books are floppy paper bags just honestly makes my heart so happy. In a kingdom torn by rebellion and betrayal, Alara must navigate a court filled with deceit, assassination attempts, and dangerous alliances. With enemies closing in on every side and the threat of war looming on the horizon, she knows making a risky bargain with King Kai of Narendale is her only chance to survive. Even though she knows he's not to be trusted, but is she willing to risk her heart to ensure the fate of her kingdom and save everything she holds dear? This is my book! This is so crazy! I only have a few copies though, so these ones, oh, I love the spines. Look at how cute the spines are with the little crowns. I'm going to have to order like another 10 because obviously one of these copies are mine, and then pretty much all the other ones have already, like, people have already asked for them and I've promised them to people, so. I'm not gonna lie, I am struggling with the editing today. We're currently on chapter 34 and both chapter 33 and chapter 34 is quite a lot of work because I basically had to rewrite the entire chapter 33 and I also have to rewrite the beginning of chapter 34 so that it coincides with all the changes that I made in chapter 33. So that's what I've been doing for the past few hours, even though I have absolutely no motivation and no creativity. That is just the way it is sometimes, and you still have to write or edit in my case, whether you want to or not. My goal for today is to get to chapter 37, but I honestly don't know if I'm gonna make that because chapter 35 we are adding a kissing scene, which is always fun and exciting, but that also takes a bit of time because obviously you want to get it right for the readers. And then we don't have any changes for chapter 36, which is great, but chapter 37 we also have to add 2 scenes, which, like, that's a lot of writing and basically drafting from scratch, so that takes a bit of time and it also takes creativity, which I am lacking a bit in today. This book is driving me insane, which we all knew was going to happen. It's inevitable. It is part of the editing process. If your book isn't driving you insane at some point, are you really doing it right? Because I honestly just feel like this is standard procedure in the writing process at this point. Anyways, I'm procrastinating, so I'm gonna work on chapter 34, see if I can get this beginning fixed and sorted out. I want to try and get that done before work, and then maybe tonight we can do chapter 35 and see how far we get. Maybe we can get started on the scenes in chapter 37 which we have to add. It's like I know more or less what I'm doing, but at the same time I have no idea what I'm doing, you know? Okay, let's talk about the book I'm currently reading before I leave for work. So I'm in book 4 of the Boys of Tommen series. If you don't know what that is, I don't even know where to begin. I'd say do yourself a favor and go and look it up. I mean, be warned, there are a lot of trigger warnings in these books because it's a lot of trauma. Like, it's trauma on top of trauma with a dose of trauma, and sprinkled on top, guess what? More trauma. But at the same time, I'm so incredibly invested. So the first 2 books are about Johnny and Shannon, and then book 3 and 4 is about Joey, who is Shannon's older brother. These books are quite long though. I think all of them are over 500 or 600 pages. This one, which is, I think book 4 is Redeeming 6, right? Book 3 is Saving 6, and book 4 is Redeeming 6, which is the one I'm reading, and it's 774 pages. So she's a long one. Chloe Walsh does not mess around. I'm currently on page 700, so we actually only have 74 pages to go. I feel like it takes a while to get into these books though. Like, it takes me a good 200 or 300 pages to get really invested, just because the book is so long. But once you get invested, let me tell you, these books have a chokehold on me, and it's not even funny because I started reading the first one, I think it was January, and I've been reading them quite consistently in between all of my other books, and I haven't been able to really put this series down. It just stays with me, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much that I can't even begin to describe, which is why I'm suggesting, like, go look it up for yourself. But yeah, it's a lot. I have so many feelings and thoughts, and but I don't have words. That's what I don't have. I don't have words, but Chloe Walsh has a lot of words. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for the next book, which, if I'm not mistaken, is about Johnny, which is the love interest in the first book, his best friend, and Shannon's best friend, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, but I'm really excited for the next one because I've been looking forward to that one for so long, just because I really love the characters. Like, these characters, you spend so much time with them that they grow on you in such a way that I can't even describe it. It's just, you're so invested in their story and in their lives that it almost feels like you personally know them. It's quite intense. I'm in very deep. Anyways, I want to see if I can finish reading this one within the next couple of days so that we can start the next book, because I just cannot stop. I can't stop. It's a problem.